Welcome to your final project in Microsoft Excel, the dream Car Spreadsheet. Now, if you see in front of me, this is the spreadsheet set up. So just to begin with, we only have two columns of data, A and B, and you are going to set your spreadsheet up this way. So we're going to merge and center our title. I skipped row 2. We've got car and options, which is all the stuff that's in this column, and then price, which is all the stuff in this column. And since they're titles, bold and center, and we're going to go ahead and start putting the information in. Now, in the assignment sheet, it's not the assignment sheet, that's my car. What we're going to do, and it's not really my car, is set up the spreadsheet so you can kind of look through, telling you all the different details. And then if you scroll down here, you can see what you're going to put in. And then we do have this image here, which I'm not sure why it's not displaying, but if you open it, you can actually see an example of the spreadsheet. What we need to do, though, is for the car is just kind of understand where all the different pieces come together. So you're going to look up your own car and find a car to buy. And then whatever that price is, the MSRP, that's the price that you enter here. Now, just as the example, you're not going to be able to get away with a budget of, the really, really beautiful. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? Because if we were to look up the price, you can see on average, it's almost $163,000. So if I were to go plug this number in, 162,900, I want you to watch. I hit enter. When I scroll down, so that means a monthly car payment on average of $3,000. So that is not in anybody's budget. Sorry, folks with A's, not even you. But what we're looking at, if I zoom out a little bit more, just to kind of give you a starting point, it's easier to understand how much you can afford if you know that monthly payment, because you won't know that until you do your spreadsheet. But if you're working with a $50,000 car, then that's still over budget for everyone, so $953. So we're going to be like, not top of the line here, but we got to fit into our budget. So if you have an A, your budget for your monthly payment is $800. So let's see how much car we can get you for $800. So I could go above $41,000, but not quite up to $42,000, and that would be safe for an A. However, if you got a B, you're looking at a $650 a month car payment. So on average, that's too much. This is under, so if we were probably somewhere close to $34,000, that's your starting point. That's the car. Oops, it's over. So 33 is under, but that'll be better. So the 650. So if you've got a C, then that means that you've got 500. So you're going to be working with about, let's try 24. That's under, so you could probably go just a little bit higher. And that's too high. And 25 is going to be under, so about 25,000 is going to be your budget. For my D folks, you're looking at $350 per month, and $350 a month would be, let's see, if we did 18, it's just a little bit too high, and 17 puts us under. So for D's, you're looking around 17,000, and if you have an F, one too many zeros. Sorry, F peeps, didn't mean to get you excited. That's just under the $200 a month per car payment that you would be allowed. So just again, as a beginning point, that gets you kind of where you want to be. So once you find your car online, you're going to find that price. Now, you're welcome to look at whatever sites, but don't spend all of class looking at cars. So find your car, and if that's the model that you're going to buy, then you can even type in the model. So that was our example. That's the R8. So if I did that, I would definitely have to have a used car for sure. But even then, we said, what, 44,000 will get you still too high. So 41,000, somewhere around in there. Should get you where your car payment you can be if I had an A in the class. So that's going to be the first line. So there, we're putting in the name of the car and the price. Now, if you're interested in some extra credit, if you type in, and let's go below because we've got stuff we'll add over here later. If you give me the website where you got your car and paste it under your spreadsheet down below everything else, we might talk about some extra credit. Now, we want to use a function. So besides just the price of the car, I want you to find 5 things that are not already on that car that you would like to buy. Actually, I'm sorry, that's 6. So I made these up. So an on-car subscription for the GPS and music, an air freshener for $1, floor mats, speakers, new speakers, upgraded speakers. I got a little distracted and did some dice on the rearview mirror, and then even installing a DVD player. Now, you're just going to find estimates on these prices. If you can find them online, that's great, and you can put in that exact price. And again, if you include the links, then that'll be extra credit. But you've got to have at least 6 options added in for your car. Now, that'll bring us down to other options. So if I were to close out and not have any of these numbers, let's just talk about actual information. So sticker price means how much will everything cost. So I want you to use a function here. And this is one that we use. There's one button that we clicked where we can add all the numbers above it. That needs to be a function. So it should not be this plus this, plus this, plus all of the individuals. That is not a function. That is a formula. So no formulas are allowed. Now it would give us the correct answer, but that's not the way that we're going to set it up. So for sticker price, you need to use a function to add those up. The next number, sales tax. You're going to calculate sales tax. We go back to that assignment sheet. Sales tax is going to be 5%. So 5% of the sticker price. This is explaining your formula. So you need to find, after you find your sticker price, this number here, then you're going to find 5% of that number for this one. I'm going to undo and bring back all of the numbers so you can see that that's how it's added together. Now again, I'm not going to click here because if you noticed just a second ago, the answer was there in the function bar. But here for sales tax, we're finding what 5% of the sticker price, this number. So 5% will be the number that we put in for sales tax. So we would be paying the dealer, the actual dealer, if you were going to write a check and drive away with a car, then this is the amount that they would need. So that's these 2 numbers added together, sticker price plus your sales tax. That gives you your sales price. This is the number again, the sales price is the number that would be what you would need to write a check for. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't have a check for, I can't write a check for almost $45,000. So most people, when they buy a car, they end up borrowing from the bank. The bank's just not going to give you $45,000 and call it a day. They want you to pay them to borrow that money. So that's what we call interest. So we're going to pretend that you've gone to a bank and said, hey bank, I need to buy a car. This is how much money I need. Now, assuming your credit is good and they say yes, then they're going to charge you interest. So back to that assignment sheet, interest is going to be 4.5%. So we want to take our sales price and multiply it by that interest. That's going to be how much it would be for 1 year. But there's very few loans. Sorry for the bells. There are very few loans where you would want to pay that off in a year, because if we did that, just not even considering interest, that divided by 12, you would be paying almost $3,800 a month. So that's realistic. So instead, that's why we pay interest and normally borrow for a longer period. So this one, I'm being real nice here, and I'm going to let you use the number 6. So years of loan, you just type in 6. And after you found that 4.5% of your sales price is, that's going to give you your interest for 1 year. So then if it's 6 years that you pay the loan, then all we need to do is multiply those 2 together, and that would be the total interest, how much it costs us to buy that car from the bank. So if we go to the bank and say, okay, bank, I see I got to pay you this much money. I don't like it, but I'll do it. So the total amount of the loan that you borrowed, this number here, is actually how much you have to pay the dealer for the car, that's your sales price, plus how much you pay the bank for the loan. So your total loan is made up of just 2 numbers, this sales price plus this total interest. That will get you your total loan. Now, that's how much you need to borrow today to be able to pay the bank and pay for the car. And then you'll make regular payments. So if the loan is 6 years, the next part here says how many payments will you make? So 12 payments or 12 months in a year times 6 years would give us the number of payments that we'll make. So if we get this loan for 6 years, we'll be making 72 payments total. So we can divide this, take our total loan, divide by the number of months, and that is where we get our monthly payment. So I hope that helped you understand where all these options come from. And again, you're getting your price, how much you can spend based off of your quarter one grade. So if you look at your quarter one grade, that's going to tell you can spend up to. You may not go over. If you go over, that'll be a 30-point deduction. But that's the budget that you have. And then once you have that finished, you're going to set up all your formulas. If you need help with the formulas, rewind the video. I explained every one of them, so you should be set. Once that's finished, you're going to save your changes and then go ahead and submit your Dream Car spreadsheet to this assignment. That's only for your Dream Car spreadsheet. Learn how to do charts and a few more pieces.